The film Dune made me realize something that, we all know. Disney owns a film series called Star Wars. Yes, Disney still owns Star Wars. And I think as long as Disney continues to own Star Wars and Kathleen Kennedy and the ones in power and the woke people who own Disney, because out of all of Hollywood, Disney is the wokest company. They keep trying to do everything in their power to appease Twitter, to make Twitter happy. The only other company that does this is Blizzard. Okay, we all know why people don't like Blizzard anymore. Because they keep trying to appease towards Twitter and not towards the fans. Disney has been screwing up Star Wars for years now. Okay, they have been ruining the Star Wars canon, and well, most Star Wars fans now write off the sequel trilogy as not even canon to Star Wars because those movies are just that bad. So, if you watch the movie Dune, which is made by Dunes Villeneuve, you'll realize something. That this movie is better than every Star Wars movie released in nearly the past 10 years. Actually, the past 10 years because, it's released in 2012. That every Star Wars movie is inferior to Dune as a film and movie. Okay? Because Disney continued to ruin Star Wars. For example, they changed Boba Fett's SIP name because they don't want Twitter to be offended by a fucking SIP name. Okay? They keep changing stuff in the Star Wars canon, in the Star Wars storyline. That makes no fucking sense whatsoever. Okay? And they add characters that are completely and utterly unlikable. Okay? And yeah, and Star Wars is the origin for the Phantom Menace, of course, because they were angry at, of course, the Star Wars franchise and Disney Star Wars. Okay, and Star Wars has not really recovered from Disney Star Wars. Yes, the Mandalorian existed and brought back some of the Star Wars hype, but not many people really care about the Book of Boba Fett, which is a Star Wars TV show. Yes, it is still really critically acclaimed by a lot of Star Wars fans, but with the average score still at 8 out of 10 on IMDb, because a lot of people like the first episode, but now there's controversies with, of course, Book of Boba Fett, because Disney doesn't understand how to handle Star Wars, okay? For example, if you look at Star Wars toys, what Star Wars toys are selling? Not Finn, not Rey, not Kylo Ren, the characters that Disney keeps trying to push. No, it's Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader, and all of the classic Star Wars characters and prequel Star Wars characters. Characters that are actually likable. Yes, Star Wars fans used to make fun of the prequels and call them horrible. But at least the prequels didn't try to disgrace the original trilogy every chance it got. At least the prequels introduced new and likable characters and introduced backstories for some of the most iconic characters in Star Wars. For example, Darth Vader being Anakin Skywalker. Good. It introduced really great characters and introduced more to the Star Wars universe. And many more more fan favorite Star Wars characters. There was not really a single fan favorite Star Wars characters introduced in the sequel trilogy. In The Mandalorian, yes there is. There's Baby Yoda, which still appears everywhere at the store because people are still obsessed with Baby Yoda. And The Mandalorian is still at least a decent chunk popular because Disney has not ruined it yet. But the Book of Boba Fett is a show that is already now, upset over many controversies with the new Star Wars show because Disney does not understand Star Wars fans. They only think of Twitter, okay? And I don't like the Phantom Menace as much as everybody else in the comments, but the Phantom Menace started about complaining about what Disney had done to Star Wars, which again, for once, I actually have to agree with the Phantom Menace on Star Wars. Disney ruined Star Wars. Most people unanimously agree that Disney ruined Star Wars. Most people, not just the Phantom Menace, unanimously agree that Disney has ruined Star Wars. Disney has ruined the Star Wars canon. Then, even your average Star Wars fan agrees that Disney has ruined Star Wars. That Disney has done everything they could to ruin Star Wars by introducing terrible characters that become forgotten did as well. And you can compare the sequel trilogy to Boruto. Nobody really cares about Boruto. Boruto is not really right among Naruto fans. Okay? The sequel trilogy is just like Boruto. People don't like it. And people despise Boruto. Despite it being as canon to the companies that made it. Despite being canon to the companies that made it. It seems that Star Wars is a franchise that people now just laugh at. It's a series that people don't care about anymore. When you compare it to the absolute praise the Dune movie received, the absolute praise and love that the fans of Dune put in to the movie, the fact that the movie did really well at the box office for a pandemic release, and also dual streaming, theatrical release, well, and said movie is getting part 2, well, and everybody is literally online who has seen it said it's a masterpiece of filmmaking and story making, something that The Last Jedi never received, The Rise of Skywalker never received, and The Force Awakens never received. It never got the same praise by fans as Disney Star Wars did. Disney Star Wars never got the same praise as Dune by its own fans. Because who likes Disney Star Wars anyways? Nobody. Disney Star Wars has been for nobody. Okay? And yeah, Dune, there's not gonna be hundreds of Dune toys that are themselves like Star Wars has, but it really shows. When other creators make other good sci-fi stories, people would rather watch that than watch Disney Star Wars. But despite that, because of how big Star Wars is, they will still make $1 billion because of how big and massive Star Wars was. But at this point, literally, no one cares about Star Wars. This movie actually, I think, made almost the same amount of money as Solo the Star Wars story, or made more. And actually, if you want to really laugh at Star Wars, well, Dune made more money than Solo a Star Wars story. Yep, Dune still made more money than Solo a Star Wars story. Despite this, and the most hilarious thing is, Solo a Star Wars story costed $300 million to make. Meanwhile, Dune only costed around $165 million or so to make. And that is really could tell you something about Solo a Star Wars story. The fact that Dune made more money than a Star Wars film. And Dune is far more obscure than Star Wars, when Star Wars is really plastered everywhere. It has been for decades. But other than that, we're really seeing the end of Star Wars here. We're really seeing the end of a franchise. The fact that people would rather watch other sci-fi franchises and praise them instead and read the Star Wars fandom can really always show you what Disney has done to Star Wars. There are other sci-fi universes out there that are not named Star Wars, and people will start flocking to those said universes. Dude is only the first. Goodbye.